The Ducks faced off against the Senators in a thrilling back-and-forth game that had a little bit of everything. Big saves, and almost not big saves, bigger hits, chaotic moments, and stand-up performances. Helleson got things rolling early, playing a little pinball off 2 players before hitting the post less than a minute in. He probably had his best game of the season, growing more and more confident every shift. With Fowler and Vatrano nearing return, Verbeek needs to make a trade. Helleson shouldn't be sent down, period. Dostal was strong in this one, making a 3-on-1 look easy after the Ducks turned it over and got caught in their zone. Vatrano started his big night with a huge hit. He's been ramping up the physicality lately, recording 5 hits in each of his last 6 games. Zegras and Harkins had a pair of good chances, but Dostal stole the show again with a blind save through traffic. The Ducks got a power play and struck first yet again, earning their league-leading 15th opening goal of the season. Terry drove hard to the net, creating space for Vatrano. Strome dished it to his bestie, and Vatrano, with a little help from a deflection off someone's butt, picked the top corner. The Sens responded quickly as they got a 5-on-3 for a minute and 44 seconds. Brady Tkachuk tipped a snapshot for the equalizer. Tkachuk was a beast all game, getting 12 shots. Dostal stepped up again during the second penalty, keeping the game tied. Gudas delivered some fireworks, landing back-to-back hits, or 3 if you count his hip check that took out 2 players for the price of 1, a true Cyber Monday special. Lecomte put the Ducks back on top with just 5 seconds left in the first. The play began with his slick moves through the neutral zone. Strome fed Vatrano, who caught the puck like a shortstop before setting up Terry's tip in front. Lecomte crashed the crease, pouncing on the rebound twice, with a second finding the back of the net. Maybe we should start calling him Elite Forward Lecomte, as all his goals this season have come from the crease. Lecomte plays well 99% of the time, but then he makes these blatant mistakes that cost goals. But recently, he has eliminated that. We'll call it the Zelly effect. The Ducks took a 2-1 lead into the second, but it didn't last long. Tkachuk tied it up on the breakaway after a turnover and a poor line change from the Ducks. He followed his own rebound, almost like he passed it to himself. Vatrano used his speed to create a breakaway of his own, but couldn't finish on the backhand. Glove save and a beauty. A few minutes later, Ullmark nearly had a blooper moment, losing sight of a pop-fly puck before spotting it just in time to make the save. Helleson rang another shot off the post, and Zegras had a near pinball moment of his own, with the puck deflecting off Strome and Vatrano before missing the net. The Ducks earned another power play, but not much happened. Zegras did practice his Michigan work, though. He is always thinking about it. Gudas and Tkachuk had a brief exchange of words, and Ross Johnston tried his hand at dangling, but his shot got blocked. The Ducks killed off back-to-back penalties, with Tkachuk narrowly missing on several rebound chances for his Hattie, including a wide-open net. Harkins also threw a big hit during the penalty kill. Another Ducks power play. Again, not much cooking, but Dostal did get run into and was shaken up a bit, but he was okay and played the rest of the game. As the clock wound down in the second, Terry got a glorious chance, but what looked like a two-handed chop turned out to be a clean defensive play, only because his stick didn't break. Sassy Timmy wasn't a fan as he dropped his stick right in front of the ref and was like, what the heck? Zegras punched the wall for good measure too, as the Ducks were getting a little frustrated with the refs, but it was 2-2 heading into the third. Till the Ducks regained the lead, 5 minutes in, Terry tried to pass it to Strome on the back door, but his pass was blocked. Vatrano found it, spun, and fired at 5-hole. Frankie is alive. 90% of the offensive chances for the Ducks in this game came from the Vatrano-Strome-Terry line, and you could see that just from looking at the score sheet, as Terry and Vatrano factored in every goal.
Yeah, I like to think that. Just got to keep shooting pucks, and hopefully I see more of those going to net. But Troy and Strome are doing a good job of getting me the puck, and I got to do a better job of finishing.
Terry had 9 shots on net in this game, trying to find his scoring touch as he only has 1 goal in his last 13. But he is racking up assists now that Vatrano is regaining form. Just like this line, and of course Dostal, carried us in the first few games this season, they did in this one too. Tkachuk hit a post right after, but the Senators did tie it again a minute later. A simple backhander to the net, but Cousins got inside position on Michikov, and he reached for the tip. Gudas threw another big hit, but then he got run over. Harkins stepped in, bumping Cousins, who immediately dropped the gloves and started throwing punches while Harkins was down. Somehow both players received double minors for roughing, and Cousins escaped without an instigator penalty. Harkins also left the game after serving his penalty. Both teams seemed content to play for overtime in the final 10 minutes, and that's where it headed. The Senators had a post in OT, and Zegras had a breakaway, but the puck hopped on him last second. In the shootout, Cronin decided to put an ice-cold Cutter as one of the shooters. He didn't play late in the third and in OT, but sure, now's a good time. He missed, but Dostal slammed the door shut, and Terry and Zegras finished the job. Terry scored with a cheeky 5-hole move.
That I was scared I was going to miss the net once it went through his leg. That would have been no good for anyone.
Zegras came in slow with some stick handles and sniped it. No celly for Z. He probably was pissed he didn't end it earlier. The Ducks pulled out a 4-3 win, and they wanted to show Crow they didn't need practice. As last practice was evacuated early because of a gas leak, I guess Verbeek was really cracking those monsters. And Frankie really tried not to have practice the next day.
See you guys drink on Tuesday.
Too bad it didn't work, Frankie. The Ducks now climb back to NHL 500. Can they break past it for the first time this season when they take on the Golden Knights on Wednesday at 7 p.m.? Maybe we'll see the return of McGinn, Fowler, Vatrano, or Carlson, as all of them were spotted at the arena. Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!
But I just want to know if you would have been able to score on Guy Bear.
Honey, Connie can always score on Guy.
So
Yeah.
you're
I think she said I was a gentleman and I probably would have let her score, right? That was the off-camera conversation.
That's what he needs to say, and
Yes.
that's okay.